Welcome to Cottignac. My name is Hans Fritschi. What you see behind me is one of the olive trees, and it grows here in the Provence, in the French south, like weed. And we will see many interesting plants and many scenic places here in Provence, France. This is the garden of my two friends, Marcel and Peter Sidler, here in the south of France, in Cotignac. And we have a very nice bay leaf tree here. And you can see here in the south of France, they really produce seeds, contrary to Thailand, where we can grow them, and we grow them at Discovery Garden, Nong Khai or Pattaya. But we never had any seeds, but I am going to take all those seeds back to Thailand and grow many more bay leaf plants which are in high demand. Wow, look at these seeds, and wow, great. This is my friend Peter Sidler, who used to be a correspondent in Bangkok, where I met him many years ago, 30 years ago. And this is the view from his terrace. Isn't that beautiful? You see that rock over there that's overlaying Cotignac. Could be called a model Provence village or town. And wow, here you see all these fig trees. We can only dream in Thailand of growing such nice fig trees. Here they grow like weeds, and that's the mountain above Cottignac. Hi. Wow, the sportsman of Cottignac. Wow. Here in the street you see another bay leaf plant. They grow here like weed. And if we turn here, you can see right out of the concrete there is a grape plant growing up the wall, and it will even have grapes. Wow! And as we turn over here, you see another fig tree. And it's the same conundrum, it grows right out of the concrete. Today it's a Tuesday in Cottignac, and that's where the traditional market takes place. You see here a lot of garlic, and people, a mass have come today on this very bright and warm day to the market in Cottignac, and it's a pleasure to see that people are ending COVID isolation. And here you see the people are joining again in the streets after these dire COVID days, and everybody's having a ball. They're still wearing masks all over. And this is the square of the Mary, the mayor's square. And here you see the memorial of the dead during World War I. You know, many male people have died during that dire time too. Here are all the dead listed that lost their lives as soldiers for the French army during World War I. And in every village in Provence you see the same. There is a monument for the dead, and so many men died at that time. Behind the Mary there is a walkway up to the rocks that we have seen. This is the sign of Cottignac, these overlaying rocks, and you can walk all the way up there. And if you take another pathway from the Place de la Mairie, it leads you through some tunnel-like buildings up here. It leads you to the Roman amphitheater, and as you can see here, the signs, you have to show the COVID certificate if you want to join any of the shows that are shown here on a daily basis during this time. And with the rock in the background and the amphitheater in the foreground. We saw a film the other night, and it's quite an experience. Just before the show starts, the silver screen is put up, and you can reserve your seat here, and many people do, and then you go to the little bistro and have a beer until the show finally starts after sunset. Now this is about to take off, and you can see this is quite an experience to watch a movie outside with other people again, and the famous rock of Cottignac in the background. But let's go back to the market day in Cottignac, and here you see in a pot there is another olive tree. This stuff really grows here like weed. So this is the market in the main square of Cottignac, and people are back in drones. There are lots of tourists here, and look, but all wear still the masks. I mean, it is not over yet, but there is the light at the end of the tunnel. Well, this was our visit in the Provence, in the south of France. If you liked what you saw, please join the Hans Fritschi channel on YouTube or the Hans Fritschi Friends on Facebook, and see you again very, very soon, probably from some other interesting places here in the south of France. Can you imagine such a nice beer? Is only 3.25 euros here in the market of Cottignac under the platens. Wow!